Thanks, Luis. So, did you hear that crunch?
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, bro. So,
Oh my God.
Nice.
What's up? It's Luis from America's Best Restaurants, and we travel the country coast to coast to find the places where you need to eat at on a weekly basis. And this week, we're back in Owensboro, Kentucky, and we're at a restaurant called Lure Seafood and Grille. We're gonna get to talk to Ben, who's the owner. We're gonna see some amazing dishes like their seafood tower. Plus, you're gonna get to see the whole environment and the bar. There's too many things to mention, but you know what? I know you're hungry because you're watching this. So why don't you come with me? Let's go check it out. All right, everybody, so now we are inside Lure Seafood and Grille. Clearly, you can see we have a humongous spread of food. First of all, we're here with Ben, who's the owner. Ben, thank you so much.
My pleasure, Luis. My pleasure.
You practically rolled out, I don't even know, this is probably a quarter of the size of the menu, right?
No.
No?
No, we've got a pretty big menu, and we're hitting lunch and dinner here. We skipped brunch.
Okay.
You know, I figured we'd leave the eggs alone. Well, actually, we do have an egg on a burger, but you know, we took care of you today.
Okay.
We wanted to show off a little bit.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Well, you know what? This thing is a centerpiece. You might as well start with this. Talk to me about this. This is a thing of beauty right now.
Well, we wanted to be a place that, you know, you could go for something special, whether
Okay.
it's a special occasion, a celebration,
Okay.
birthday, or maybe it's just, hey man, this Tuesday was awesome.
Right?
Let's go have a good Tuesday. So, you know, we always want good, eventful items, whether it's from the bar or the restaurant, off the menu. So we got a seafood tower here. Seafood towers and seafood platters are one of my favorite things.
Come on, man.
I'm a shellfish junkie. You know, I love oysters, clams, abalone, etc.
Same
But
here.
crab and lobster, who doesn't? You know,
Love
who
it.
doesn't love it? So we go cold on top with a variety of oysters, some nice poached shrimp.
Yeah.
Plenty of horseradish for people that want to really go strong. Our cocktail sauce does have a kick too. Good little horseradish kick to that. So cold platter up top, and then down low, nice little garlic butter, some toast points, and then we've got snow crab, king crab, lobster, and some more shrimp also.
So good.
So it's a party. We sell this as an appetizer sometimes for the table. It's a nice appetizer.
Yeah.
Or sometimes people will come in, get one to split between two people, and maybe a couple sides. So it is a party though.
Now, you and I were talking off camera, and you have a really interesting story. Tell me a little bit about how this came to be and how you came to the realization that this is what I want to do. I want to be a restaurateur.
So, I mean, I grew up in the business.
Okay.
My pops, George Skiatis, longtime restaurateur. He's been in the game for most of his life, but as an owner, I mean, he's got 40-something years experience. So, you know, we you know, have always enjoyed food in our family, and food has always equated to love to us.
Okay.
All right. So, you know, a lot of celebrations, you know, revolve around food. And I got to grow up in that atmosphere. I grew up in the restaurants. My Pop's Place, Famous Bistro, just right down the street. Little plug for the bistro. There you go, Pops. So we got, you know, I grew up in that atmosphere. And whenever I was in high school, I got into theater. All right, I played sports, I did all this, but I followed a girl into an audition one day. Really, it's a true story. Followed a girl into an audition, and I had the teacher in class, and she was like, "Ben, what are you doing here?" And I was like, "Oh, it's an open audition, right?" And she knew what I was doing, but she made me get up. She
Okay.
made me go audition, and so I did, and that started my theater career. So fast forward, I go to college. I studied theater in college. Went to a great school, had a good scholarship. Went to LA and, you know, tried my hand at things at Disney Television. And I realized, you know, it just wasn't really for me. once we got into the work side of things, the theater world and creativity and always having these projects to work on. I love that. But the city base just wasn't for me. So I kind of freaked out.
Okay.
Ran away to Europe. Went through about 22 countries, woke up on a beach in Greece. Said, I want to work at this bar. Went and worked in the bar. Worked for tips. It was kind of fun. Nobody speaks English there very well.
Okay.
A lot of people speak English, but not fluently. And so I went in and I worked for tips for British tourist season.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
What did you do to get a line of people to talk to you?
So I put a sign, beer sign up, said, I speak English, works for tips, and put it up, and all these English tourists came in. So it's a fun time there, and I realized, man, I could do this anywhere.
Okay.
I could go bartend, I could go work in a kitchen, and I realized, I missed home. I missed my family, and it wasn't just homesick. It was, I want to share my life with them. So I came back to Little Owensboro, Kentucky, and I brought kind of this worldview back home. Worked in Pop's restaurant whenever I first came back. I didn't tell you this part. Whenever I first came back, and I had been managing restaurants and bar managing and different things. Pops made me a busboy because he didn't want anybody talking about nepotism in the workplace. And I'm glad he did because, even though I grew up and I had 10 years experience at that restaurant when I was young, it doesn't matter.
Right.
That crew didn't know me. So I'm glad he taught me that lesson.
Okay.
And so I worked every position again. He made me do it, and I'm glad he did. And I fell in love with the famous bistro again. And then this opportunity to open Lure happened when Malcolm Bryant, a local, he does a lot, but he's a builder. He's got a few hotels, and he built this beautiful hotel right on the riverfront here in Owensboro for us to be able to have something really special. So when he said, hey, let's make this something really special, we got to something like, all right, let's do seafood towers and prime cut steaks and fresh oysters. It's been a journey to get here. There's been a lot of ups and downs.
Oh yeah.
But man, we have some fun here.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, when I saw this place last week, because we were in Owensboro last week, and I kind of popped my head in and I'm like, okay, all right. You have the blown glass and you have all these paintings. There's a lot of character and story and history in here.
Yes.
So I knew that this was a special place because I know that you poured money into this.
Well, poured money, poured heart and soul.
Yes.
Poured a lot of relationships into it too. So, I mean, countless hands, countless hours. And it's been built, on this crazy idea of, let's build something unique for Owensboro, but something that anyone can walk into. And, we see these high-end dishes and stuff. I mean, guys, I'm a long-haired guy. I like to wear jeans. I'm not a stuffy guy. So come as you are. We're connected to the hotel. We got people that'll walk in from the swimming pool in here in their bathing suit. You're welcome. Come in. Come as you are. No dress code, nothing stuffy, but we wanted that atmosphere. And so over time, we built out some really fun ideas. My friend Laura Ruth Edge, she's an interior designer here locally. She helped me bring this place to life. And then it's just evolved over time. So, we took COVID as a great time when we were shut down to kind of rework the place a little bit. So that's whenever I got to kind of bring more color and life into it. And I got to commission my artist friends. So that's cool. They were struggling, we were struggling. We said, let's do something productive. So I commissioned my artist buddies. I have, I got Bobby Edge. He's done a lot of my kind of pop art where it's some of my favorite Kentucky musicians. They're upstairs in the lounge. I've got Kelsey Brook. Kelsey Borman, she's behind us here by the bar. She does photography, and then she did my Stevie Nicks painting over here at the chef's table.
Cool.
I've got, back in the back, Miss Phillips. Heather Phillips, she painted what is a tribute to some of my biggest chef influences from the time I was a child watching PBS.
Right.
So Jacques Pepin and Julia Child, Emeril Lagasse, you know. So that was my first like, oh man, this cooking stuff's pretty cool.
Right.
And as entertainment.
Yeah.
And then obviously the family stuff. And then Pops gave me Anthony Bourdain's book. So
Yes.
she painted Anthony Bourdain for me. So I wound up, you know, reading Kitchen Confidential first, and then went on to become a big Bourdain fan, as most of us did. And then I also celebrate another contemporary chef who's a big Southern chef, Sean Brock. I just love what he did for Southern food.
Okay.
And, you know, he kind of unapologetically raised the bar of Southern food. So I'm happy to have them displayed in the restaurant as well.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I mean, this place is unbelievable. I mean, what you did in here, it's unbelievable. I remember you and I were talking off camera how you essentially drafted this by hand, old school, right? And then you went into the architect, he's like, who did this?
Yeah,
I did it, right?
Right. So, I mean, part of my theater training, I learned how to draft. Joe Flauto, thanks, buddy. He taught me my drafting skills, and I drafted everything out. You know, they had all the columns and the basic outline all done. And so that's what I took in, and they said, what are you doing? So eventually that's how I got hooked up with Laura Ruth, actually. They recommended her, and she was an old friend of mine anyway. And so she knew how to use AutoCAD, you know, modern world stuff. I was taught old school, which I appreciate that I was.
Yeah.
But, you know, again, we literally breathed life into this place from ground up. Before the hotel broke ground, we were in on things.
Love it.
And there's some other really cool stuff that happened because of this hotel. I do want to mention, this is a certified LEED hotel. So LEED certification means that it's a green operating hotel.
Oh, cool.
So there are geothermal pumps that operate throughout the hotel and restaurant. My walk-in refrigerator is water line cooled through geothermal pumps. We abide by the Monterey Bay Safe Catch list. So there's better fish that are more sustainable and better choices for us to make. You know, as consumers, we're very conscious of this.
Yeah.
And then down to other little details like all of our plasticware for to-go and takeout and straws at the bar, it's all plant plastics.
Oh, okay.
So these are things that, you know, that matter to me, and so we put our money where our mouth was, and we pay a little extra for a straw, but I get to feel good. You know, we you know, save the turtles, yes, but in reality, it composts.
That's cool.
So it breaks down naturally.
Very cool.
So I'm proud to be a part of the project that the hotel helped instill that into this restaurant too.
Absolutely. I mean, this place is unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. All right, let me move this out of the way here. We have a lot of different dishes here.
Lots to get through.
All right.
What are we going to get into next? You want to go right here?
Why not? Let's do it.
So we've got the fried green tomatoes. So
now, these are beautiful.
Talking about Sean Brock, you know, Southern cooking. Fried green tomatoes. I grew up eating fried green tomatoes. It's one of the things that my mom always made. My grandmother made them. Actually, both my grandmothers made them.
God, dude.
So we dress up a fried green tomato, kind of canapé style. So we're playing at tomatoes two different ways here. So we've got a green tomato that's cornmeal dredged and fried, and then a house-made tomato jam. So you're playing on the tangy tart, and then you get into this sweetness of the tomato jam, of the super ripe red tomato. And then we hit it with a little bit of goat cheese on top for a nice little salty pop. And
it's outstanding.
It's a fun bite of food.
Wow, it's outstanding. That breading, oh man. That crunch.
Man. Cornmeal.
It's phenomenal.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Probably the best fried green tomatoes I've ever had. No joke. These are phenomenal. Wow.
It's a good dish. It's definitely a good dish.
It's not a good. It's a great dish, man.
I appreciate that.
Tell you that right now. That's phenomenal.
Awesome.
Phenomenal. I would certainly order this 100%. Of course, seafood tower too. But that I was not expecting it to be that bold.
There's a lot going on. So and people that grew up eating fried green tomatoes, you love them. They come from a place of love usually. You know, you have memories with your family eating fried green tomatoes. We wanted to dress it up and make it the best fried green tomato you ever had. So I'm glad you feel that way. And I know that we've had people turned on to fried green tomatoes because of this. It's actually great being in the hotel because we have people from all over the world that come here.
Right.
And so, we get to showcase a lot of Southern dishes, but also, we don't limit ourselves just to Southern cuisine, but we definitely pepper it in.
That goat cheese gives it a nice, kind of like a different flavor. It's phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. And that's one thing you mentioned, because you get people from the hotel.
Yeah.
You have 3 different entrances.
Oh yeah, we do. I'm glad you brought that up
Yeah.
because guests get a little confused sometimes.
Yeah.
Where's parking? Where's this? Where's that? If you're gonna come to the restaurant, park anywhere downtown. There's a parking garage across the street.
Right.
The parking lot in the hotel, or there's parking right outside the door, all right? But there's an entrance from the hotel lobby directly. You enter into our little wine room. Don't be shy, come on in. You just gotta walk in front of the bar across us, and then you hit the host stand.
Right.
If you're walking out on the beautiful downtown riverfront, and we've got live music outside on the patio, and it draws you in, there's an entrance there, all right? So again, don't be shy, come on in.
Yeah.
Hit the host stand, and they'll get you taken care of.
Yeah.
Or the main entrance is at the revolving doors coming off of the east side of the building. If you come in there from our front row parking or from the Bluegrass Hall of Fame next door, then you're going to be right there by the host stand.
Yep.
So it's kind of fun. There's a lot of nooks and crannies in the restaurant because of how it's laid out too. So
yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, this place is unbelievable. I think I said like 10 times. Now, this right here.
So this is the Truffle Burger. So
why'd you have to say truffle, man? I thought we were friends.
Well, we're gonna hit it twice, so be careful.
Okay.
So we got a Truffle Burger. This is American Wagyu from our friends at Black Hawk Farms.
Oh my God.
So Black Hawk Farms is a cutting edge Kentucky facility where they actually work with the UK Ag Department to develop a unique sod material, litter material, that allows you to finish cows well in Kentucky. So we have very cold, wet climate here, and so cows need to be fat and happy to produce the best beef. And so a way that they worked with UK is to create this litter. They create an American Wagyu blend for us here. It's a juicy burger. We top that with a Swiss cheese. Then we do a roasted garlic and truffle aioli, and then a nice couple thick cut pieces of bacon, and then a sunny side up egg on top on a brioche bun.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
And pick your sides. We got comes with chips. We also do nice house salads. We got lobster bisque. I'm sorry I didn't bring that for you, but soup, salad, slaw, or the chips.
Love
with
it.
The lunch items.
Love it. You combine truffle with Wagyu. It's game over now.
Yeah, and I mean it's still affordable. We're under
It's
$15.
phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
It's a 7-ounce patty.
It's
a
phenomenal.
big burger.
It's so good. So good.
I'm glad you like it.
Dude, you mentioned truffle and I kind of stopped listening, and then you said the other keyword, Wagyu. I'm like, what else you got?
Go. Well, like we said, we just wanted to be special, man. We wanted to give visitors to Owensboro and Owensboro locals something that was unique.
Oh, 100%.
And special.
100%. 100%. Now, what is this?
This is a party, right?
Okay.
A lot of colors, a lot of textures.
Okay.
So this is our Thai fried shrimp. So
Whoa.
it's popcorn shrimp tossed in a sweet and spicy Thai sauce with cucumber relish. That's a fresh cucumber relish and a little bit of mixed greens. We also put a cucumber lime crema on top. So you got a little bit of sweet and heat, nice little crunch with the cucumber, and then a little bit more of that cooling flavor from that lime crema.
No, that's a gorgeous dish, nice and bright with that cucumber.
Yeah, great little app.
Man, that is phenomenal.
And enough for a table to share too,
I haven't seen this anywhere else.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Yeah,
wow.
we do another variation that's similar to this with clams.
Okay.
Where it's a Jamaican jerk clam sauce.
Oh.
So we do that as well. All right.
Did you see Austin's face?
Oh, sorry, Austin.
He loves Jamaican jerk like wings and stuff.
Yeah. Austin, we'll have to get you back, all right? You come visit me from Cincinnati, okay, buddy?
Oh, man, this is what made you put this? I've never seen this dish anywhere else. What made you put this on the menu?
So, I mean, it's unique, man. It's actually, it evolved over time. The cucumber relish, that's a fresh cucumber relish, and it comes from another dish that we had done in the past, but I loved that relish so much. I was like, I got to figure out something to do. And so I was like, what can I do this with? It needs something, you know, spicy, maybe fatty and fried,
Phenomenal, man.
so that that acid and the sweetness can cut through. I mean, there's a lot of little brainchild. So we hit on, this menu is a lot of classic items and things that you're familiar with, you know, so a hamburger,
Yes.
or a seafood tower. You'll see towers everywhere. A nice steak, no problem. Lobster bisque.
Yeah.
But we also want a handful of things that are very unique to us.
Yes.
So with that segue, let's talk about that, the shrimp. But let's get into this crab cake grilled cheese. I need you to get a bite.
Crab
Yeah, you heard
cake
me.
grilled.
Crab cake grilled cheese.
You're like my best friend now. I want you to know that.
Thanks. So, did you hear that crunch?
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, bro. So,
Oh my God.
nice buttered sourdough toast. Not
Wow.
too thick. You know, nice little thin slice on that.
That's it.
Toast it up well with a hefty portion of crab cake, and then this awesome mustard sauce
So
with
good.
Swiss cheese.
So good.
It's a super simple thing. This is another thing that, you know, a lot of people, they're like, yeah, don't do cheese and fish, and, you know, it's a no-no, don't do that. You can do it well. You can do it well.
That's phenomenal.
And yeah, this
Like,
is
where else are you gonna get a crab cake grilled cheese?
no, this has been from day
At
one.
Lure.
Day one, 8 years ago,
Wow.
we came up with this dish, and it hasn't left the menu.
Wow.
So
And you brought in also oysters.
oysters. So another no-no with the cheese and fish. Here's some Oysters Rockefeller. All right. So these Oysters Rockefeller, and these are my favorite. I haven't eaten much because I've been blabbing. So I'm going to get in here if you're okay with that.
Yeah,
And
go
I'm going to
ahead.
have a
Let's
bite
do
of
it.
this because this is one of my favorites. So these are
Oh yeah.
super creamy and rich.
Yes. These are phenomenal. Wow. Wow. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm a huge fan of oysters. Those are fire.
Good oysters, right?
Great.
Glad you like it.
They're great.
Glad you like it, bro. We sell a lot of Oysters
God.
Rockefeller. We sell a lot
are
of fresh
phenomenal.
oysters on the half shell too. They're shucked fresh for you every time. I mean, people that love oysters, they know the difference. You know, some places they're bringing in, you know, these frozen products that are already shucked,
Yeah.
and you thaw them. And
No, I saw them in the back, chucking them. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, everybody. You can also find a full listing for them on americasbestrestaurants.com. That's pretty much it for us. You ready to finish up, right?
Oh yeah, let's go drink, right?
Let's go drink.
All right.
We're gonna see you guys on the next one.